lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. Just another reminder to make sure to comment on every Scooby-Doo video this month for a chance to win Be Cool Scooby-Doo Season 1 Part 1. More information on the specifics can be found by clicking the card through to the giveaway video. I think without a doubt this is my favorite episode of the season. Episode 15, Spooky Space Kook, introduces us and the gang to one of my favorite Scooby-Doo villains, the Space Kook. A lot of my love for this episode, even as a child, was due in part to the striking design of Space Kook. There's just something oddly great about a ghost astronaut with a skull for a head. From the glowing suit to the cackling laugh to the glowing red of his helmet, it's not something you think of when you think of the supernatural, and for the time, it must have been something very different. And his design isn't the only cool thing about him, he also makes for an iconic villain. When I was a kid, I remember being scared anytime I saw the way he looked when he was walking directly at the camera. I'm sure this shot may have been pulled off in earlier episodes or maybe even later ones, but with Space Kook, it was just more visually appealing and spooky. It helped that his unearthly wail added to his mystique. But the episode doesn't just stop with a great monster, it also is probably the funniest episode we've gotten yet, at least in my personal opinion. Moments like this, when Shaggy and Scooby need to find the key they threw out, bring back memories of me laughing my butt off as a kid.
Oh no, another door! We gotta get that key and get out of here!
Where it is?
Got it! Now we can get out of here!
And that wasn't the only good scene found within this 22-minute episode, but I won't spoil them all if you haven't seen it and would like to go check it out for yourself. While the bulk of this episode was excellent from start to finish, I did find fault with some minor things, such as the Kook's laughter being far too similar to the ghost from an earlier episode, even if it does suit his character. And the reason for Henry doing what he did, well, it wasn't the best of motives. Would the Air Force really be so afraid of one guy they'd sell the land for cheap, even if he was pretending to be a space ghost? My friend who holds the Air Force in high regards would be insulted at the very idea. Be that as it may, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a better episode in the season than this. It had a fantastic villain, silly moments that will make you chuckle, and just a lot of fun in general. I'd easily rewatch it if I didn't already have more reviews to write. The never-ending struggles of a YouTube content creator. C'est la vie. And those were my thoughts on the episode. Now tell me yours. Did you ever watch this as a kid? What were some of your favorite moments, or least favorite? And for more content, check out my previous Scooby-Doo reviews, or how about my Let's Play of Pajama Sam 2. Thanks for watching, and take care. Next up is episode 11, In Space. More like Dead Space, am I right? Because from the spooky abandoned space station to an alien infection running amok, this feels like a family-friendly version of the popular horror video game, Dead Space. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see, though. There's tons of other space station horror stories besides Dead Space. I actually reviewed the Dead Space movie last Halloween. Either way, I love the episode. I just have this thing for the more spooky settings in the Scooby-Doo franchise, and the whole creepy space station setting is just aces in my mind. The Scooby Gang inexplicably end up going into space, that's actually part of two separate jokes made throughout the episode, and encounter what appeared to be a dangerous alien life form that infects its victims, turning them into scary red skull monsters. The setup is great because suddenly the characters can't trust each other, and it leads to some hilarious situations and lines. My favorite bit being Scoob and Shag's distrust of Feigenbaum.
Where are they? Press up, Feigenbaum.
And there's also a very real moment when Fred and friends believe that Daphne has been infected. It doesn't get too heavy, but this is certainly one of a few instances in which the danger is very real. Heck, the characters are freaking launched out into space. If it weren't for Fred's decked out van, they'd actually be dead. It's incredibly intense, and I loved it. The villain this time around seems to be a reimagining of the Space Kook from Scooby-Doo Where Are You? What else could it possibly be? Sure, the cackle is gone. That would have been a great touch and would have increased the spook factor, writers. And his skull is red instead of, what, blue? But come on, it's Space Kook. Sadly, he doesn't even get a name in this episode. Might I suggest Red Space Kook? Or Red Kook? If Red Hulk can be a thing, then so can this. Another favorite part is when Scooby and Shaggy go into a wormhole and end up back in previous episodes. That was a really cool touch. I wonder if they retroactively changed the past. They certainly were the ones behind the red scroll at the beginning of the episode. much like the characters say towards the end, maybe I'm thinking about this way too hard. And that about does it for my review of episodes 9 and 11. Which of these two did you like the most, and why? Share down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and take care.